Hello and welcome to this week's Feel Good and Five. We are going to use just a foam roller to help get your pelvis in alignment that feels strong and supported, relieves lower back pain, engages your core, and at the same time opens your quad. We'll learn it here on the foam roller and then we'll use it in life. So we're going to start by kneeling on the foam roller, and you can have sneakers on or barefoot or socks. You're going to have your toes tucked, so there's some stability there. And as you stack your knees right on top of the roller, we're looking to also stack your hip bones over your knees. You may be in this kind of posture, or maybe more tucked. You might not even exactly know. So just take a moment to move your hips from side to side, forward and back, starting to take note of what feels really functional for you, meaning it feels like that's where you hang out. And then what we're going to think of is at the front of your pelvis, we want it to really stack over the knees. So that may likely involve lifting up through your quads. This is going to remove some of the tension that we create from sitting, driving, walking, because the hip flexors are always folded. We're lifting up through the quads to pull up through your hip flexors and get the front of your pelvis to be level. If you're looking at a mirror or you have one nearby, it would look like your waistband, instead of being at a downward angle or a back angle where the back is lower than the front, that your waistband gets to be pretty close to even. And then from here, we're just starting to test our balance and be able to move in this shape, meaning front and back at pelvis level. We're flexing through the heels to drive back. This is going to open your calves, engage the back of your legs. You may feel your glutes working. So all of a sudden, this one movement becomes pretty full body. If you bring your hands to your core, you're likely going to feel some engagement unless your butt is sticking out. So as a reminder, think of pulling the front of your lower belly up and your back body down, not tucked, but lengthened, so that the space between your front hip bones and front ribs is equally as long as the space between the back of your pelvis and your back ribs. And that takes a lot of conscious effort. So if this is still just landing, do not worry. It's going to take a while. You can always hit play on this one again. This is really a functional, foundational piece of the SSN method because we want to know how to carry ourselves. And if we get out of this position, we want to know how to get back so that we feel strong and supported for movement. Now we're going to just pause and start to rotate through your upper back. We're keeping the lower body still for now, trying to push your hip bones forward and mobilize your upper back by way of actioning through your elbows. And your gaze may shift towards the elbow going towards the back of the rib. Then, if this is not already feeling like, okay, it's a lot, you can add on, pulse through the heels and twist, untwist, pulse through the heels and twist. So we're wringing out, almost like you'd wring out a wet beach towel, your mid-back, mid-spine, and upper back. This is also going to help you really build a waist. So if it feels like you have more of a straight figure, this is going to wring you out at center so that there's a bit more contour where we're differentiating from the pelvis and the rib cage. I like to do an exhale because I'm thinking of letting go of old breath, of just maybe extra tension, anything that's not feeling great in my body. This is the moment to wring out and let go. And as you may be feeling, we're also still opening your quads. Woo, and we're here for 5. This also has a similar feeling to a bicycle crunch. We're just taking it to an upright position, which ends up being a bit more applicable to our day-to-day life. One more round, exhale, twist, and exhale, twist. Now pause, take a moment to just see how all of that's landing. Again, pulling up the front of your belly, lengthening your back, and then we're going to do a few hinges back. They could be very small, or they could be larger. The feet are stable, and it's from the knees and up that we shift back. The goal is to keep your body in a very straight line. And you're inhaling to go back. Now start your exhale, and then lift up. So inhale, imagining a string at the crown front of your head, pulling you back, and then exhale, come on up. On the way back, we're lengthening your quads. On the way up, whoo, we are definitely strengthening them. We'll do 5 more. Inhale back, and then exhale up. Lift your chin and chest. Inhale back, and then exhale, lift. Find your space in your waist. Last 3. Inhale back for 2. As you can see, I'm getting a bit of a quiver. Hopefully you're feeling that too. Now just come back to the first thing we did, which was moving your pelvis side to side, forward and back. See if you can find maybe your new neutral, or we've got the front of the pelvis and back of the pelvis level. Quads pulling up, ribs over hips, shoulders over ribs, and we're pulling our head back enough so we look straight ahead, but don't feel like the neck is stuck forward or cranking upward. We're looking straight ahead as we pull the crown of our head up towards the ceiling. And you are all done. Thank you so much.